My name is Emily. Welcome to Junk Journal Inspirations. Today I have my latest design team project for Tracie Fox Creative to share with you. I am in love with this, and I actually am going to keep this, which is crazy. I never keep anything that I make. But I am in love with it, and it was a first attempt at a new binding that I learned from Susie at Shabby Soul. Well, she's Susie Hines Shabby Soul on YouTube, and I'll link to the video I watched. But her whole channel is amazing. Everything she does just is wonderful. So I learned this binding from her, and it was a first attempt, so there are plenty of imperfections and mistakes, and I just didn't feel comfortable selling it, and I was in love with it, so I'm gonna keep it for myself. So the kits that I used by the lovely Tracie Fox are predominantly her Compendium MK 3, but honestly, the Compendium kits all go together, so you could use any of them, or a combination of all of them. But I used MK 3 and the add-on for that kit, and then I used some of the really random color labels, and I think there are 2 sets of those. I will just link to, Tracie's shop, and then I'll list the kits that I used. I may not be able to figure out which of the really random color labels I used, but they're both amazing. So and then the last kit was some pieces from her quick make cluster tags, which I'll point out when we get to. And then I combined all of that with a bunch of Tim Holtz paper and ephemera, and a whole bunch of just bits and pieces from my stash. So it is about 6.5 by 3.5 if you don't count the tabs. There are 8 pages, and they are bound with Tim Holtz linen tape. And Susie didn't glue hers. She didn't add glue to her tape. I did, just for longevity's sake. I don't think you have to. I mean, the linen tape is pretty sticky, but I was going over top of stitching and texture paste and paint and various things, and I just wanted to make sure that it would stay, bound. Maybe not forever, but at least for a really long time. So this was fun because I was able to make all of the pages, and I really didn't worry about how thick they were, or how much stuff I had. And as you can see, because of that, the spine is nice and but then it doesn't close all the way, but it does stay closed when you lay it down. So I call that a win. And I love that. I love all the extra thread, and I love all the stuff hanging out, and I'm okay with it being ridiculously bulky. Maybe in the future I would do less pages, or try and contain myself a little bit. But honestly, I love this. So let me know what you think. Does it need to close, or do you love the floofiness? All right, so let's go through this. So I think Tracie's Compendium kits especially, but honestly a lot of her kits, but the Compendium kits especially really go well with all of the Tim Holtz ephemera and paper and such. What's amazing about digital kits, and I know that there are some people that are completely against digital kits, how I look at it is, I can go to the store and buy a paper pad, but it's gonna run out, right? I mean, it's not an endless supply of paper. When you buy a digital kit, you can print that over and over and over again, and use that over and over and over again in your projects, and you only have to buy it once. I think that's fabulous. I still do buy paper because I like to have an assortment, but honestly, digital kits are a money-saving option that I would highly recommend, because it's, you've got amazing designers like Tracie Fox who put so much time and talent and effort into these kits, and the cost of them in relation to paper pads from Hobby Lobby or Michael's or wherever is just insanely better. So I highly recommend you check out Tracie's shop. All of her kits are amazing, but the Compendium kits, and there are now 4 of them. One of them is more of like a dark Halloween-y theme, which is amazing. I think it's a fabulous kit. I think that they are all very versatile. They match and go with a lot of other things that you probably already have. So check them out. All right, I'm gonna stop and we're gonna go through this. So this is the cover. I hope that you can see this okay. The lighting is really bad today. I'm actually filming this at 6:15 in the morning, so that probably explains the lighting. All right, so I'm not gonna point out everything I did. It is very mixed media, very grungy, very full of paint splatter and texture paste. I used Tim Holtz Distress Oxide, or just sprays, I think. I used Vintage Photo and, Picket Fence, and then I used black acrylic paint for the splatters. I used Crackle paint. I don't know, maybe you can see that down here. It's a little difficult. There we go. In a lot of places, I also used grit paste in the translucent and in the matte. And I used you can tell on this piece here. This was a piece that I cut out of one of the tags that's in the Compendium kit. And then I embossed over the whole piece with Vintage Photo Distress Embossing Glaze by Tim Holtz. I love that effect. It is amazing. It is translucent and fabulous, and it does dry. I mean, it is like a little bit glossy. You can see that there, but I just think it adds to the whole thing. So that being said, let's flip through. The backgrounds are predominantly Tracie, but sometimes it might be Tim Holtz backgrounds. And then, so we've got texture paste all over here. And then I just colored it with my inks. So I made, these are circles. There's a whole ton of pieces that come in the Compendium kits too. I didn't even come close to using them all. There's so much left over. I could make probably 3 of these and not run out of bits and paper. So without having to reprint. So yeah, well worth the amount that it is to purchase. Okay, so I just made a belly band. These are circles that come in the kit. I added a optical lens thingy and a little paper clip. These are from Tracie's labels. And yeah, all right. And then this page, we have some old book spines, some Tim Holtz ephemera, some authentic vintage ephemera from my stash. And then this is an old, I think it's a dog tag from 1968. And lots of splatters and such. Okay, I love this page. I'm just in love with blue. So this is an envelope, actually. And inside, hopefully I can pull this out. I did use a bunch, and that's what this is, the Tim Holtz pocket cards. So that's, the stuff that I used to kind of fill the pockets and stuff, I left very plain, because the book itself is incredibly, decorated. And it was more of an art piece than a functional journal. And I did add, this is probably just a tad too wide for this envelope, but it's working. Okay. I kept all the pieces that I put in after I decorated very plain. So, they're either tags and pieces and parts from Tracie's kit or, other things. So, okay, what do we have going on here? Lots of stuff. I'm just going to let you look. Because it's too much to explain. All right, and then this page, I just used one of the little slide pieces from the kit. I added some acetate, to it, and then an image, I think, that I cut out from one of the background papers. And then I didn't even, I don't know that I even glued this. I used staples on 3 of the corners, just Tim Holtz tiny attacher staples. And then I added an eyelet and some ball chain, and then a little sari and cheesecloth bow thingy up there. This is a metal, like an aluminum metal tag. I have a few. Actually, I think this is my last one. But I just bent that in half, and then you've got a little clip here for a couple other little pieces that I backed with some other scrapbook paper. And that just goes in there. And then this is the back side of that. All right. This is one of the cluster tags, the quick make cluster tags. So when you buy this kit, you get pre-made pieces that have already been collaged digitally, so they don't add any bulk, but then you get some blank pieces that you can do your own thing with as well, so I think that's really nice. I just made a little journaling card here, added a little piece to the bottom for interest, and then this is a piece from a pen nib box, got more some sort of crackle paint or something under there. This is one of Tracie's labels, and then the background is Tracie's as well. And then over here we have this adorable little girl. I just love her. And I just made sort of a double corner tuck out of a Tim Holtz flash card. I think that's what they're called. They're newer. And one of the paper dolls. And then this is a background page from Tracie's kit. And this is all on a vellum envelope. I did some stenciling here with a Tim Holtz stencil. It's like numbers. I used some Prima metallic paint for that. And then let's slide these back in so I don't lose them. I honestly will probably take out the pieces that I don't journal. So for me, this is just going to be something to flip through and enjoy. And so I'll probably take out the pieces so it's not as bulky, and I'll keep those for something else. But I just wanted to be able to show you where the pockets were. This envelope, I think, was my favorite part of this book. I just love everything about it. So this is some embossed pieces. I used a Tim Holtz embossing folder, and then I used foundry wax on the letters to make them stand out. I can't remember what color I used, so I won't even try. And then you've just got layers of stuff. This is an antique book spine cloth. This is also from an antique book. And this is a cigar label. There's some other book spine pieces, paper. This is a vintage price tag. And then I did some more stenciling. This is another, I think it's the same Tim Holtz stencil actually as the number one. It's 1/2 on each side. And then I just used, I think it is ground espresso distress paint. And then there's a tag in here. This is Tracie's. I did do a little bit of rub-on with a Tim Holtz rub-on there. This is Kathy Holden, some of her new ephemera, which is amazing. And then this is one of the Tim Holtz photo booth strips. And I just painted crackle paint over the whole thing and then rubbed in some vintage photo distress ink, and I think it just looks amazing. I'm absolutely in love with that page. All right, and then oops, I forgot to put this back. Let's put you back in there. All right, and then this page, I used one of the envelopes from Tracie's kit, and instead of making it an envelope, I made it a double side tuck. This is just a metal piece I had in my stash. Added some grit paste here, and then just some vintage pieces from my stash. This is Tracie's paper. And then this is a piece from the kit. Actually, it might just be, I'm not sure. I actually, no, it is. It came like this. I cut it out, folded it in half, backed it with some avocado dyed paper. Just a simple little place you can journal. And then this is one of the little tags from the kit. And again, I backed it with some tea dyed paper this time. And I left all the strings on because that makes me happy. All right, and then this page we have, this is one of the tags from the kit, and that's a Tim Holtz stamp, and some tea dyed paper and more stamping on the back. This is just a piece of ephemera that I had in my stash, and I just folded it in thirds, and you can, there's space to write on the back if I can talk. I did more stenciling back here. This is a Tim Holtz, I think it's from the Snapshots ephemera. I crackle painted, I tore, I distressed, and just made it look old. And I love how that looks. And then this here is a Tim Holtz die cut that I added acetate behind to make a tuck spot. So then those just go in there. This is, I think this is 2 pieces of backdrop, Tim Holtz backdrops sewn together. And then I used pieces from Tracie's background papers in the kit to make this little clustered side tuck. This is one of her labels. This is a dog tag that I distressed because it was very shiny red. So I added the eyelet just because, and then I added grit paste, and I added a whole bunch of ink and stuff on top of that. There's also, I think this is gesso. I think I clear gessoed it. I added some grungy fabric and a bulb pin. And then this is a piece from Tracie's kit. It's one of the slide pieces. So I just cut it out, folded it in half. It was the piece that didn't have a cutout. I added a Tim Holtz rub-on and one of these little, they're like these guys. These little, I love these things. And then I just added some paper inside. So there's tea dyed paper and then more of Tracie's kit paper. And that just goes in there. And then back here is a Tim Holtz stitched pocket die that I decorated and, just did stuff to. And it's just full of pieces from the Compendium kit. Oh no! See, good thing I'm keeping it. I just tore it, but it's okay because I can fix that. All right, we've got just some Tim Holtz cards here, and then these are 2 tags from the kit, 2 little tags. I just stamped on the back, and then these little rectangles come in the kit, and I rounded the corners on them and backed them with some scrapbook paper. Again, same thing with these. And then these are the domino pieces, just 2 of them. There were tons of them. And I backed them. Did I back them? Or did I print on the back? Now I can't remember. It doesn't matter. This is a Tim Holtz rub-on. And then I'm just gonna leave that out for now and I'll fix this later. That's sad. Okay, so this, I love this page too. So this was a tag from the kit, one of the large tags, and I doubled it. So it has, it also is like chipboard in between the 2 pieces of paper. I put an eyelet at the top, but there's nothing hanging out of it because of the other side. This is a Tim Holtz portrait that I clear gessoed and then painted with distress crayons, I think I used. Just to make her, just to colorize it a bit. And then, I think these are Tracie's labels. This is also one of Tracie's labels. This is a Tim Holtz piece. There's a circle back here that's from the kit. This is one of Tracie's labels. I just cut a piece off, and then this is a label as well. Got a little piece of grungy doily and more doily back here. A Tim Holtz flower that I did edge in distress glaze, embossing glaze. I'm not sure if you can see that. It just gives it a shimmer. I did that along these pieces too. I love how that looks. And then you just get a double little tuck spot. So this is one of the tiny Tim Holtz cards. The only thing I have to say about these is I wish it was the same word front and back. I know this way we get more words, but you can only, you know, like if you want to use the word stuff and you want to glue it down, you lose the word love. So that's just, yeah. That's just me. I would prefer to have, you know, the same thing front and back so that I can not waste any, you know, that I like. So I just did this again with another piece from the kit, just folded it in half and backed it with avocado dyed paper. Let's see if we can tuck this in here without too much trouble. There we go. And then this page, I love this too. I have this man back here. He just looks all dapper. These are some of Tim Holtz, what are they called? Chipboard letters, I think. I don't really know, but they are Tim Holtz. And I don't know. I have some stamped fabric back behind him, some cheesecloth. This piece, I think this is Kathy Holden's new ephemera. A little teeny tiny rose gold swirly paper clip. This is a key that was silver. I foundry waxed it and then added grit paste. And I think I added the string on here, and I also foundry waxed that. And then I used an edge punch to punch the edge of this for the pocket. And then this is one of the journaling cards in Tracie's kit that I backed with scrapbook paper and stamped on. And then this is just an index card that I had in my stash. I just tucked that in there too. All right. And then this is the last page. I love this page too. So cool. So let's see. I did a lot of transfers, Tim Holtz transfers. This is Tracie's paper back here. This is a stamp, a vintage stamp that I have, the hand, or the hand here. I just layered up a whole bunch of stuff and then threw crackle paint on it. This is just some sort of typeset piece that I had in my stash. I think it says Men's Golf Association. There are Tim Holtz pieces. There's book page. This, I think that's Tim Holtz. This is just a piece I had in my stash. I have no idea what this is. It's like, it's some sort of hardware piece. I just liked it. Looked like the number 8. I added crackle paste on top of that. This piece was torn off of a flash card, the flash card that I tore down for this. The other side number. I just tore that off and added that here. There's a pen nib, Tim Holtz index clip, and some cardboard. And yeah, I'm just in love. And then I just have a journaling card from the kit that I just doubled up, or I might have folded it. I can't remember. And then this piece from the kit, again, just folded in half, backed it with paper. And then the back side, Tim Holtz ephemera, back junk drawer. Oh goodness, what are they called? Baseboards. And then I think these came from the kit. This is kit paper, Tim Holtz transfer here. And I did mess up on the binding because I wasn't supposed to add tape to the last page. It gets taped to the page before it, so I have extra tape on mine, which I don't mind at all, but again, I'm just keeping this, so it's not a big deal. I hope you liked it. Please go and check out Tracie's shop for all of her amazing digitals. And I mean, she also has physical items in there. I think, I'm not sure if she still has any, but she was doing ephemera packs, like actual physical ephemera packs cut from her compendium kits. So if you don't have a printer, or you don't want to print and you want to have the pieces in the kit, you won't get the background pieces or pages, but I think it's the pieces. Then check out that as well in Tracie's shop. You can find the full list of all of Tracie's design team members. There's a link in the description box below to find everybody on the design team. Please go and check everybody out. I hope you like this. Please let me know in the comments. I love getting comments, guys. Just even a quick little hello makes my day. Hit the like button. That really helps channels get seen on YouTube, and subscribe and hit the little bell. So when I do put out content, you won't miss it. All right, guys, I hope you have a fabulous day and a wonderful weekend. If you're in the US, this is Labor Day weekend. I know my husband's taking off work tomorrow, so we get a 4-day weekend, but enjoy your 3 days if that's what you have. And I will talk to you soon. Stay safe and healthy, and I will see you in the next video, guys. Bye.